Okay. Okay. All right, we're ready to go. $20 away. Okay. Okay. Probably. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm CBS 19 Chief Meteorologist Brett Anthony here in our CBS 19 Weather Center. We are tracking severe weather this afternoon, or at least the chance of severe weather. So far, we have not seen any here in East Texas. We do have a tornado watch out for parts of the area, which we'll take a look at here in just a minute. Thanks to everyone who is joining us on Facebook this afternoon. We have quite a few viewers, so if you have any questions, please let me know. I will try to answer those as best I can. All right, we're taking a look at live radar here this afternoon. And what do we have going on so far? Tyler and Longview, fairly quiet. If you live down toward Jacksonville, you may have heard a few rumbles of thunder back toward Palestine, just to the west of Rusk. It's been a little more active up to the north toward Picton and over toward Emory and in parts of Wood County, including Mineola. I'll zoom in here just a little bit more so you can see more of some of those lightning strikes over toward Winnsboro. And Winnsboro back to Mineola, this line here is not severe at this time, but some heavy rain. And the thing about this little segment here is that this is what we call training over the same areas. So it's coming right over top Interstate 30. If you know anyone driving from Mount Pleasant toward Sulphur Springs or anyone coming from Dallas, say back toward Mount Pleasant, when they get into Hopkins County and they get into Franklin County, they're going to run in to some ponding on the highways. So maybe let them know, giving them a text or a call on the cell phone. Winnsboro, heavy rainfall back down toward Mineola. Again, it's not severe at this time. I just want to bring you just a word that it is rather heavy. All right. Panning down here to the south, back toward this cell, toward Jacksonville and the Cherokee Anderson County line, toward Natchez, Frankston, right across Lake Palestine over toward Bullard and Mount Selman. Again, heavy rain, some rumbles of thunder. We'll go a little farther down to the south. I continue to watch some cells down here because as these cells, say for instance the one south of Lovelady right there, as that cell moves to the north, those are the cells early on here this evening that have the potential to rotate and possibly prompt a tornado warning. Otherwise, that storm at Buffalo you can see that has a little bit of mild rotation in there, weak rotation being indicated by our Titan indicator at this time, southwest of Oakwood, near Dew, just to the east of Buffalo, and up toward Cayuga. All right, I am going to widen it all out here and give you the look overall at what we're seeing. So here's the breakdown on what we're expecting tonight. These initial cells working their way to the north with heavy rain, maybe, possibly, some small hail, and maybe even a tornado warning. Have to watch the tail end of these sometimes. For instance, that cell there trying to take on a little bit of a curl, maybe a little bit of rotation. The cells out here toward Dallas, back toward Waco, and west to Waukene up toward Sherman, you notice they do have a few severe thunderstorm warnings on those cells. What will likely happen in about the next, say, 4 hours is that this will congeal into a line, and then that line will start to march to the east. The line will overtake these individual cells out here, and then it'll all march to the east overnight tonight, eventually getting down to Hemp Hill and San Augustine Center and Jasper by about 4 or 5 o'clock tomorrow morning. So this is particularly dangerous for this time of the year. Remember, over the weekend, we set our clocks back. So instead of the sun setting now at around 6:30, it's setting at 5:30. So we're losing an hour of daylight in the afternoon. That means an hour to be able to identify cloud features and things of that nature as they move toward us. Really, I should have stopped at cloud features, but identify cloud features as they move toward your home. When we can see those cloud features, we know whether or not that cloud is truly rotating. We're not just relying on radar to tell us that. We can see the lowering in those bases, and so this is why it gets a little more dangerous after dark. So really got to take caution on these storms tonight. We are in our secondary severe weather season. But again, you can see how fast these are moving to the northeast. Here's another cell just crossing I-45. This one certainly has looks like it has a little spin going on with it. That one does too, and again, our Titan indicator says that it does have some mild rotation or medium rotation within that cell right now. All right, let's take a look outside. Got a lot of cloud cover across the area, and all that cloud cover that you're seeing here over Tyler is just that, just cloud cover at this time. The temperature is 80 degrees, but look at the dew point. Lower 70s. That is a spring-like dew point. That is a dew point that we see sometimes late April into May. So we went a couple of weeks with some very dry air here in East Texas, but the south winds right now at 28 miles an hour, so it's kind of a blustery afternoon, blowing in, I'm sorry, it says that south winds at 16 miles an hour. I need my glasses on to see that. South winds at 16 miles an hour, but it has gusted at times up to about 25, so a very blustery afternoon, bringing in these cells as they move north and eastward. So we got severe thunderstorm warning out north of Waco, south of Dallas, around East Texas, just a smattering of scattered showers, thunderstorms west of Mount Pleasant, as I said. Flash flooding would be an issue here, ponding on roadways, causing puddles across main roadways. On Lake Fork right now, not a good afternoon to be out there. Hopefully everyone's gotten off the lake at this time. Up toward Quitman, we're also seeing several showers and thunderstorms, downpours there. Back to Tyler now, some light rain trying to move into the city with some steadier rain south toward Mount Selman, Frankston, and Moore Station on the southern end of Lake Palestine. Right on down the Cherokee, Anderson County line and Henderson County, right in the corner of all three of those counties. I'll come out here to the east. You'll notice not a lot going on over toward Longview and Harleton, Jefferson. We had a few showers earlier. But just to, I'm going to play this out for you here. All right, so this is going to be Future Skycast. We'll play this. This is going to be 7 o'clock tonight. You can see how these showers and thunderstorms have kind of congealed into this line just to the west of Sulphur Springs toward Emory and west of Canton and west of Athens. So watch, we'll put this into motion. A couple of hours later, by 10 p.m., Mount Pleasant to Mineola, now just getting into Tyler. Gusty winds at Canton, gusty winds down toward Palestine. So anywhere along this line is where you could find a 60, maybe 65, 70 mile an hour wind gust. That's late tonight again, and that is a 70% chance that we will have these thunderstorms. They march to the east by 1 a.m., Linden to Jefferson toward Henderson, but now watch what happens here. We've got this other cluster of showers and thunderstorms coming in from the southwest, so we may switch over from a wind threat to a flash flood threat, and still a threat for some hail and gusty winds to Jacksonville, Henderson, Nacogdoches, and Carthage. That would be about 4 o'clock in the morning toward Crockett and Groveton. Those are shifting to the east by 5:30. By 7 o'clock, one more round of heavy rain and thunder moves toward Lufkin, St. Augustine, and we deal with light rain up until about 10 a.m. on Tuesday, finally getting rid of those showers, and the sky clears out in time for some sunshine in the afternoon, but a much cooler afternoon with temperatures back into the lower 70s. So that's the way things are playing out. Again, it's more of a late night or late evening, I should say, setup here for severe weather across East Texas. We do have a weather impact alert issued, so that time frame, I'm going to call it 6 p.m. to 4 a.m. as it starts to move in from the west. These impacts are damaging wind gusts and the potential tornado warning possible here in the evening, but really it's going to be overnight damaging wind gusts and also looking at the threat for some flash flooding. And your need is to have that CBS19 mobile app ready to go. You can track the storms. Radar is on the app. You can look at it there. And then another good idea to have a flashlight in case you lose power tonight. There is a possibility that we could lose some power in spots. So the power outage possibility with the winds, maybe knocking down a tree limb or branch or something like that. And then, of course, taking down a power line is not out of the question for this to happen tonight. Again, tornado watch until 6 o'clock. That is going to include Titus County and Franklin County, and really it's just a sliver of these counties, Hopkins County, Wood County, I should say. It barely touches Wood County, comes on down into Van Zant, and then it kind of curves out here to the west. This is a flash flood warning in the city of Dallas right now. That tornado watch goes back to the west and extends up through southeastern parts of Oklahoma into southwestern Arkansas till 6 p.m. We will wait and see. Storm Prediction Center is considering extending this watch here to the east for more of East Texas, so that would include Longview, Henderson, Tyler, Jacksonville, Lufkin, and Nacogdoches. It may just be a severe thunderstorm watch as it as they anticipate the line of showers and thunderstorms marching across our area in the evening hours. Otherwise, we'll wait and see for more development on those showers and thunderstorms into East Texas. So again, here's live radar. One more look before we call it a, before we post this update to our Facebook page, and before you, if you want to continue to ask questions, go ahead and feel free to do that. We can certainly help you out from that standpoint. But I'll put this into motion real fast. You can see these are generally not moving east to west or west to east yet. These are moving from the southwest to the northeast, and that's when these storms sometimes can be most dangerous, when they're moving in that direction. All right, we have our storm tracker on one of those storms. I'm going to look at this one down here toward Jacksonville, our Titan indicator, saying that there is some small hail possible in that storm. I would certainly think that's a possibility just west of Jacksonville. Again, that storm, that heavier rainfall, is going to be moving into Tyler within a time frame that would be within the next, say, hour or so. No hail being reported with that storm at this time. Velocity on that storm, the wind itself, is not tremendous. Again, we don't have any special weather statements out on that storm, and we're not getting any type of course, no warning on that at all. But that tornado watch does continue for the area out there to the northwest. All right, and then back toward Centerville, those thunderstorms, and back up toward Mount Pleasant. And that's where we sit right now with our severe weather. At least watch this afternoon. Tornado watch out to the northwest, but no current warnings in East Texas. All right, thanks for joining us here on our Facebook page, on our YouTube channel, and on our CBS 19 Plus stream. If, again, you have any questions on Facebook, please post those questions. We'll try to get to those. Again, we'll be updating the forecast on CBS 19 News this afternoon at 5 o'clock. But until then, please stay safe, have your severe weather plan ready, and know what to do in case a severe thunderstorm warning or tornado warning is issued. Have a great evening, everyone.